Right now, as the world marks Valentine's Day, Noah Kipkemboi is at the CBD to give us the feel on the ground at the Central Business District and how businesses are handling this love affair. Good afternoon, Noah. Tell us more.
Indeed, good afternoon, Kevin, and happy Valentine's. I hope you have somebody right here on the streets. The streets are clean. Some people have been saying the streets are not clean because of how eventful the day has been, Calvin. But today here, actually, we are in the CBD, and this position, I can see a lot of setup when it comes to people selling flowers. Normally, this spot is normally very clean without any activity. So today, coming down this direction, I'm wondering, okay, I know it's Valentine's, but how come we've set up here? Because we're used to going up there to City Market, behind City Market to sort of get the flowers. But at this particular moment, as we are discussing the issue of finances and relationships, which is very important, you understand that this is one of the pertinent issues when it comes to relationships. Have you discussed your finances and how are you handling that? At this particular moment, I just want to veer off to this gentleman. Vipi mkubwa, naona unatumiwa M-Pesa. Hebu songa hapa tu kidogo. Waitwa nani?
Naitwa Eric Kiroi.
Eric, nieleze, naona unauza maua hapa. Kwanza, I'm not used to seeing you guys here. Yeah? Leo mulipata special permit, arrangement ilikuwaje ndo leo mkeza kuuza maua hapa?
Yeah, tulipata permit from City Hall. So that's why tukaruhusiwa kuja kuuza maua leo hapa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kesho pia hiyo permit inaendelea, mtauza vitu zingine ama kesho nitakupata na maua hapa?
Hapana, ni leo tu, ikifika saa 6 usiku hiyo story imeisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So nieleze, because niliona different sets, nichukulie hapo ya 100, because kuna moja ya 100, si ndio? Kuna buke ya 100, nichukulie moja na unichukulie ingine ya 5, so nione vila ziko. Okay. Kuna Sasa hii ndio ile kubwa ya. Kelvin, when you brought this one, actually you're the one who's taking this. This one you send somebody to deliver it, my friend. Yeah? This one is delivered. How much is this one?
This one is 2,000 Kenya shillings.
Okay.
Yeah.
2,000. Why? Because of the amount of flowers ama nini?
No, it is the expenses that nimexpend kwa kutengeneza. Yeah, kubuy flowers na kubuy hizo vitu za nimetengeneza nazo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that. So this 2,000 shillings, yeah? This one, to me amtu bana, Kelvin. To me amtu. So we have that one. But this one, we have another one. This one looks very nice. How much is this one?
That is 1,000.
This is 1,000 bob, only 1,000 bob. And this one, Kelvin, due to macroeconomic challenges that a lot of Kenyans have been facing, if you can't spend 2,000 on flowers, then you have an option of spending 1,000 shillings. Actually, this one you said is 1,000 bob, yeah? And then the next one we have, this one is how much?
500 shillings.
500 shillings. And the last one?
100 bob. 100 shillings.
Okay. So, niambie, kati ya hizi nne, yeah, because naona kuna hiyo kubwa, kuna hii ya 1,000 ya 5, so na nini gani inaenda sana saizi tukiongea?
For now naweza sema ya 500 shillings ndio inaenda sana. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Watu hawanunui hizi za so.
Yeah, so mimi nimeona sana imekuwa ya must today. Yeah.
Okay.
Ndio mtu anakama anaingiza kwa bag ameenda. Yeah.
Anaenda kusurprise after class anaitoa kwa bag, yeah? Nielezee. Alafu tukimalizia, Eric. Kuna hii issue ya, tukichat hapo uliniambia umetextiwa watu wanaulizia pesa, nikakuuliza kama ni mama mtoto anataka pesa. Nielezee, how critical is it to balance love na finances, like story ya do kwa relationships, and how important is it?
I think it is important because kama ni kutumana zienda home, pia hiyo ni part of family issues, umesaidiana nyumbani. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting because siku hizi vijana wengi wanaambiwa, unajua, kaa rada, kaa una pesa usiingie katika masuala ya mapenzi. Do you think love can supersede our ability to have that financial backing?
Okay, naweza sema if you find a right person mwenye mnaweza elewana naye, then sio mbaya ku start a family. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are very family oriented, yeah?
Already, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Congratulations, maze. So utapelekea wife gani?
Ndazipelekea ya 2000. Juu sasa ni yeye ndio the most important person kwangu.
Utafanya Kelvin a blush huko studio bana, eh? At the most important person. Unafanya ule mwenye ameba ile ya 100 I feel akei sana. Mimi nitachukua hii so. Sawa sawa. Okay. Mimi nika student nitaweka kwa bag alafu
uende uichomoe baadaye.
Definitely. Yeah. But asante sana.
Asante pia.
All right. So Kelvin, there you have it. Matters Flowers businesses, which is booming at this particular time. But also he shared this perspective. I mean, he has a family, and today he's going to be taking a bouquet worth 2,000 shillings because his wife is the most important person in his life. You see the way that is rhyming, wife life? Very important. So, Kelvin, that's the latest from the world of love and finances. And there we go. Back to you in studio.
All right, Noah, I see you very well. I hope you've bought someone something. You are just not holding the bouquets for the sake of holding. All right, so now after that great discussion with the seller at CBD, now we are going to transition over to the conversation today where we are talking about love and finances. And joining me is Amos Ngahu, who is a financial coach from Money Clinic Limited, and he's here to give us his perspective of the day and what couples need to be doing and maybe the people who are dating need to be doing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so on a day like today, it's Valentine's Day. Everyone wants to gift someone they love something. First of all, when it comes to the nature of the day, what do you think about it?
Well, it can be a mixed emotion because I think what Noah has failed to capture is the speed at which some men are bypassing those flowers. and I feel based on where one is emotionally and even the kind of relationship you have, if you're still at the impressing stage, then on to you because you really have to outdo a couple of guys.
Yes.
And if you're already married, I've seen a scenario whereby actually happened to bump into a couple in the morning, and the lady told the guy, "Listen, instead of buying me all those things and spending over 10,000, why don't you fill my car with fuel?" And it seemed to be a good agreement that they did breakfast. So I feel depending on how you're approaching it, could be pressure or it could be a relief based on the kind of relationship you're looking at. So I feel like people should really prepare based on what the other person expects. Depending on the depth of your relationship, whether you're married, whether you're dating, whether you've just met. So I feel like it should be an avenue to also evaluate if you're making emotional decisions.
All right, and now you've spoken about marriage and people who are married. So for example, first of all, finances really come in as a very vital issue when it comes to relationships.
True.
Tell us a little bit about it and what do we usually get wrong maybe when we get into a relationship and maybe one person is working, the other person is not working, or both of you are working but someone says, the man is the one who's supposed to be taking care of me. Yeah, tell us about this.
I think even going with the global data, the number one cause for divorce is financial issues.
Yes.
And a lot of things don't go wrong. They start wrong. So meaning the very foundation you set when you're dating is what, you teach people how to treat you. You will teach your spouse how to treat you. If you have money and you've gotten used to paying all the bills, the day you don't, you have upset somebody. And it is good to understand that setting up the right foundation in marriage can be very, very important. And especially way back, even when you're dating. Even now, I was talking to a young guy and a while ago, and he was telling me that he's in a serious relationship with this girl. She's in campus. He just graduated and he's working. So he was telling me dating is expensive, which is true. So I told him, why don't you do this? If you're the one who's working, if this relationship is important to you, allocate a budget. So if I make 20,000 and I choose to set aside 2,000, why don't I give the 2,000 to her? See how she plans with the money. And I tell her, once we are done with this until next month, if it is important to her, she might plan even picnics for 5 stock where she can she can either bake or actually do snacks, you know, and they can actually go into a park. But if it was someone who's not responsible, they will end up wasting the 2,000. What have you done? You're teaching a sense of what? Ownership. So this person will begin to take care of the small money that is coming your way. By the time you're married and you're 80, this person can take care of your entire estate because you set the right foundation. And I normally tell people, even when you're raising kids, if you're not teaching a sense of ownership, you're teaching a sense of entitlement. And that is why men who are not open about their finances, and even when they are broke, they will be tagged stingy. Why? Because this man is not able to communicate that I don't have money. Yet the very foundation they set up was, I will always provide whatever you want. But if you're open with your little finances, don't go disclosing all your income when you're dating, you know. But you can tell this person, because I take you seriously, I'm going to allocate a budget for that. So this person, even when they have 500 and you give them 2,000, they will add and they will contribute towards it, and they begin to own the process. So I feel anybody in a relationship, in a young relationship that is thriving, start having simple but practical examples or money habits. Because what normally happens, if you are not trusting someone, what will happen after marriage? Things become worse and they are amplified. So I believe that is one of the conversations that people should be having early. Yes, because anything else is not as important as the foundation that you've set up.
All right, and there's something you've said there very important, that when you are still dating, it's really wise for you not to be disclosing every financial situation that you have, all of it to your significant other. So let's move on and look at someone who's gotten married now. They've started marriage. Is it advisable? Because this conversation is usually there, that they share the same account, everything. Now they are one, so they're sharing the same account. The husband and wife are sharing the same account. They want to run the family. What do you think about this? And just tell us from where you sit, what do you think needs to happen in such a situation when people are married?
I tell people, it is, you know, for me, I can call it this way. Opening a joint account is knowledge. Yeah? But there needs to be wisdom. Wisdom is now finding out, are we, just because we are doing things together, does it mean we are doing things in agreement? It's a big difference. Same thing, I tell people, you know, knowing a tomato is a vegetable, that's knowledge. But knowing not to put it in a salad, that's wisdom. So you have to identify with your spouse and know who amongst us is a spender. Okay? Who amongst us is a hoarder. So that we know that when I have money, and especially men, we know that we are good, we thrive, especially when we see our loved ones happy. So if I am the spender, can't I just say that per month, this is the amount of money I require? And once I take that, I cannot access the other one because it has already been committed to an investment we agreed together. So I've seen couples who said, let's do is a rule. In fact, in some setups is you must have a joint account. But have you really addressed the main problem? So one of them could be personalities. And these people are totally different. And if they are spenders that they both can access the account, there's going to be a problem. Okay? The other thing could be a culture issues. Some of us have grown up knowing that all decisions about money are made by our dads. Okay? So even when we get into marriage, you realize that you are speaking over every decision that is done. But when you are addressing it, no one is guiding you. So it becomes an issue. So we must be able to understand what culture are we coming from. And also understanding your spouse's culture, because at the end of the day, there's something, there's a default system that all of us have. If you've grown up being sent, Nyakundi, run to so-and-so's shop, pick these things,
Yes.
I'll pay them at the end of the month. And it's not that your parents don't have money. So you, as you grow up, for you, there's nothing really wrong in borrowing for consumption, even when you have no particular reason for borrowing. You understand? And that's why people are struggling today with digital loans, because it's available. I'm borrowing because I can, not because I need.
Yes.
You understand? So if you have dealt with someone who has come up with that culture, and now you're dealing with me who I've never seen my parents borrow, and then the couple comes together, they will never understand why you're taking debt. Now, do you understand why? That even doing things together may not be the main thing, but also doing things in agreement. I accept that I'm weak in this area. Can you cover me? Remember the foundation you set? If you start like that, you're going to have a very easy time. In fact, there's a guy who told me the day he's been married for a very long time, and the wife never worked anywhere. But it made it so easy. Whenever he would be paid, and guess what? He would tell the wife, that time there were no ATMs. And he would tell the wife, listen, you've always handled money better. And now the way economy is, I don't think I can. So all I need for me is fuel. This is my budget. So once I do that, you manage the rest. And things become quite easy.
All right. That is really well said, and I believe it's just a very wise thing to say. All right, now I'm being told we need to go for break, but I just want you to wish someone happy Valentine's, and then we go for break.
Everybody who follows me, I'm surprised that sometimes you get to a place and people are inspired by your stuff. So I wish to wish all my fans, all my followers, make these Valentines count. Have a money conversation for once. Yes.
All right, have a money conversation. You've heard it from Amos Ngahu himself. All right, we're going to go for a short break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to Maramoja, which is a company that deals with transport, and we are going to look at what they're trying to do in the Kenyan transport industry. All right, don't go too far. We'll be back with more.